Right, we're almost at the end of our training. But the big question right now is, where am I going to find that client na kanina pa natin pinag-uusapan since module 1? So, saan nga ba natin sila hahanapin? So, I know you've heard of Upwork. I think that's one of the most popular freelance platform that most of the virtual assistants are using. But honestly, I haven't. I tried it once, pero naban kasi ako. I think because parang a scam client messaged me, and then I entertained. Hindi ko pa rin naman alam that time. Like 2014 pa, tagal na, no? So, after that, na-ban ako, and hindi ko na siya trinay ulit. So, I just look for other ways on how can I get clients. But later on, guys, as you transition, as you gain experience, the goal is not to find clients, but for clients to find you. Actually, you could try na rin yung ganong strategy both ways, finding clients and how the clients find you through your social media, right? That's why we are optimizing it. Anyways, please bear, narinig niyo ba yun? Parang susuko na electric fan namin. Anyways, ayan. So here are multiple ways on how you could look for clients. Number one, yes, freelance platforms, Upwork, onlinejobs.ph, Fiverr, and People Per Hour. So since I am not using Upwork, I could just put the link in our lessons, system.io's. Same thing then with Fiverr and People Per Hour. Fiverr is also good. The thing with Fiverr is medyo mas maliit lang ata yung budget ng mga clients dun. But if you're just, just want to have like an experience, you could try that. Just need to be mindful lagi lang for scammers. Yan. Onlinejobs.ph. So we have one actually. We have an account in onlinejobs.ph, pero this is ano kasi intended na for remotely driving. So one of our VAs is already using this for us for client acquisition. So naghahanap kami ng client dito. Ayan. So if you can you have just need to fill up all the info here. Yan, edit mo yung profile mo. And may mga verifications din. Like, I think mag sasubmit ka ng, ng IDs, ng mga bills for you to have this ID proof. Kasi some of the works, they require a number of ID proof. Kailangan, kunyari, nag-apply ka for a virtual assistant, that particular work needs like, mayroon ka dapat 15 ID proof. Yun, ganun. So, hindi naman yun nababawasan. Pero at least they have that certain, number para maka-apply ka sa kanila. And so here on the search bar, hanap tayo ng virtual assistant. Yan. Yan. So you could look for work here. I know you will ask me, paano yan? Beginner ako. Yan. So, well, ganun talaga pag nag-uumpisa. But the thing is, ako, 100% I believe that there would be a client that will trust you kahit beginner ka. Because trust me, most of my clients, they hired me as a beginner with no experience with my role. My role as the first role, my first role as a social media manager, I have no experience. Pero I just did put in the application form that I have a training. Free pa yun, like a free short training about SMM. So, and then the rest is history. With my lead generation, I even became like an SEO specialist without any experience yun. So, napaka-techy nun. Ang parang in-applyan ko sa kanila is copywriting because mas comfortable ako on that side, pero hindi ako nakapasa. Pero parang inask nila ako na, do you like to try like SEO work? And I just became honest na I don't have any experience or idea, but I would love to try. So, nagtagal naman ako ng 1 year doon. It's just that nung pandemic, nag-recession. And so, nag-ano yung business nila. And then, regeneration, even my role as an operations manager, yun, zero experience then. See, so, there would always be a possibility that someone will hire you. Because you know why? Especially with international clients, they're not really after how long your experience is. Hindi katulad dito sa Pilipinas. with them, pag nakita nila yung portfolio mo, kaya that's why you need to really update your skills. Lahat ng mga natututunan nyo. Kasi makita lang nila doon na, okay, marunong siya mag-Canva. Okay, marunong siya mag-Google Spreadsheet. Okay, marunong pala siya mag-manage ng emails. Sige, let's do this. Ganun ka straightforward minsan on how you do business or how they hire you. And unlike dito na masyadong tedious yung process. Though, some virtual assistant agencies too here in the Philippines, tedious din yung process nila, mahaba. So, minsan nga month pa bago ka matanggap. It's because also we have to respect their process kasi um sila yung client facing eh. And they just want to make sure na quality yung service din ng mga VA na hahawak ng mga project nila. Since i-outsource nila yung i-outsource nila yung mga project. So they just want to make sure of that. Yun. So pero trust me, there will be someone out there. And if you're thinking right now na shucks, parang saturated na yung market eh. Parang lahat gusto ng maging virtual assistant right now. That's true. Sobrang dami na. But the thing is, if you're going to make a research right now, kung gaano kadami yung businesses all over the world, um, as in 1:1 siya. Kailangan nila. Every businesses right now, there's no turning back. I believe kahit yung mga sari-sari store kailangan na nila. Trust me, di ba? Yung iba, I mean, yung iba nga nagtitinda ng kwek-kwek, nakikita mo na sa Facebook group eh, di ba? Um, willing na sila mag-deliver basta malapit. Yun. So that's the power of social media right now. So if you don't have like a social media presence right now with your business or some, most likely magko-close yung business mo. And the thing with hiring a virtual assistant too is ano siya eh, mas nagsisave din sila ng time, ng money, on a practical note. Kasi they don't need like the physical space, the physical office. So, yung mga ganong bagay. So, I don't think I don't think, um, saturated na siya. There will always be a client for you. So, you just need to be really strategic then on how are you going to get clients. Saka dire-diretso lang. If you really want this path, you just need to be patient. At the same time, still taking action pa rin and continuous learning pa din. Right. Okay. Yeah, social media. LinkedIn. Yeah, LinkedIn. I got one there dati as a real estate VA. And then Facebook groups, yes. Facebook group, let me just share one of my experience. Sa Facebook group, pwede kasi yan na, eto, katulad nito, virtual assistant savvies. Actually, sila nagtitrain din sila ng mga VA in the US. But marami rin ditong clients and nagpo-post sila. And mas malaki yung rate dito. Round like, kaso kalaban mo kasi yung nasa US. Pero you could try, syempre, mas may mga business owners na mas prefer nila. Pero syempre, kung kaya mo namang tapatan yung, kunyari, $20 per hour nila. Kung tingin mo, kaya mo naman, why not? The end of the day, your rate is still your discretion. Yan. Hold on. Yan, you could. But kaya nga kailangan ready na everything is prepared also on your end. You know how to message them, your portfolio is ready. Yan. So dapat all of those things, lahat yung kaninang prepare natin is prepared na before you look for clients. Yan. So aside from mga freelancing Facebook group, actually one of my tactic is going to some Facebook groups wherein I think yung mga target client ko is nakatambay. So for example, um may client ako dati na close ko yung deal. So, nakakuha ako ng buong team doon. Hindi ko siya nakuha sa mga Facebook group, sa online, sa mga freelancing platform. Nakuha ko siya sa isang group ng mga, ano ba to? Ng parang mga mortgage broker. So, pare-pareho silang mortgage broker. And then, tama nga ba, mortgage broker? So, parang ganun. And then, parang may mga tinatanong siya. And then, ako naman, like, may mga tinatanong siya na related ata sa parang sa video, sa reels, sa social media. And ako, sumasagot lang ako. I did not offer. Pero sinasagot ko yung mga questions sa kanya na parang, oh, for you to have, if you're doing like video ads for this kind of, you should have this ratio in your video, and it should be this like 7 to 15 seconds long, yung mga ganun yan. Tapos, so, mga ilang beses akong sumasagot sa tanong niya, which is, I am just really coming from a place of help. And then he messaged me na, oh, it seems like you know something about it. And I already checked your profile and I think you are like, you have an agency. Yun. So that's, ganun nangyari sa amin. So na-close ko yung deal, I gave him a team. Yun. And ano sila, parang, basta yun, mga mortgage, about mortgage, yung business niya in Canada. And then, so you could do that. So later on, I'll also give a list of Facebook groups na pwede. Pero for Facebook groups for clients, that would depend. Kunyari, you're doing podcast management or podcast editing. Pwede ka pumunta dun sa mga, I have a Facebook group of like, um, podcasters. Yun. So, makakapunta ka lang dun, tambay ka lang dun. At saka nagda-notify naman yan minsan sa ano mo. Spend like 15-30 minutes of your time. Makita mo doon, may makikita at makikita kang naghahanap. Yan. LinkedIn, yes, nakakuha din ako dyan. Real estate. Actually, tatlo ata sila. Tatlo. Kuha ko dyan. And then Instagram, yes. Sa Instagram actually ako nagsimula. Nung gustong-gusto ko maging SMM pero wala pa naman akong alam sa pagde-design. Di ko pa alam yung Canva. So, when I first tried it, grabe, nakakaloka yung mga design ko. But I put it out there anyway. Pero yun nga, I just really became consistent in how I do it. Alam ko, makikita ko yung dito. Kasi actually ma-open yung ano ko eh, Instagram ko here. Here. Baka makita natin yung mga ano, cute na design ko dati. Hold on lang. Nasa babang baba siya. So I tried to be cohesive on my branding dati. Pero ito kasi personal account ko na. So, personal account ko na kasi ito ngayon. So, we have a different Instagram for remotely. Pero ito dati yung ginagamit ko. Ang pangalan, remotely thriving dati yung pangalan nito eh. So, change ko na lang siya. Ayan, o di ba? Mga unang post ko na mga unang panahon. Yan, so ganyan. So, iba-iba pa. Nagpo-post lang ako, naglalagay lang ako ng mga quote, ganyan. Yan, so ganyan lang siya nagsimula. Right, yan. So, yan lang. And because of those posts, meron akong client na parang nagtanong siya if I know something about social media posting. Okay, yes. Tapos, sabi niya parang, can you show some portfolio? And I don't really have like a proper portfolio at the time. So, what I did was I sent her the link of my Instagram. My Instagram link. Yan. So, ito nakita. So, I thought this is already them showing that I could design. Pero, di pa naman siya yung mga okay-okay na design. Yan. So, yun. It could work. And it will work actually. So, yan na nga, ayan na nga yung business card natin and ayan na rin yung parang resume natin. Cold outreach. Cold outreach, yes, email pwede ka. And magdi-DM ka sa mga potential clients. Pero kasi ako on my end, cold outreach is parang copy-paste lang siya, template lang, di ba? Pero ako, I make it a point that I build relationship muna with my clients. What I do is, kunyari nasa LinkedIn sila, and then what will I do is, ifo-follow ko muna sila, nilike ko yung mga post nila, and mag-engage ako sa mga comments nila, ay sa mga post nila. Ayan. So, what will happen, this is the magic there. What will happen is if you consistently engage in them, so that's you already trying to build a relationship with them. So, na-optimize mo na yung profile mo. Make sure that before you do this, optimize na lahat ng profile mo. Whether it's you're doing it on Facebook, on Instagram, even on TikTok, on LinkedIn, para kapag nag-engage ka na sa kanila and they'll get curious, why is this person like, engaging on my post? So, and then parang makikita pa nila na somehow your engagement, lalo na pagka-relevant dun sa ginagawa mo, feeling nila helpful on their end, they will check your profile. And syempre, pag-click nila ng profile mo, oh, kaya pala ganun yung mga comment niya kasi pala social media manager siya. O kasi pala virtual assistant pala siya. She knows how to manage the email and all. That's why. So, alam nila that you're doing that thing. Hindi man kagad nila kukuhanin yung service mo, but it will stick to their mind that you are doing it. So, a lot of things can happen on that. Pwedeng paglabas nila ng office nila, ma-meet nila yung friend nila and their friend is saying, alam mo ba, parang hirap na ako sa business ko and I really like to delegate it. They could remember you. Oh, actually, that's perfect. Kasi kanina, I saw someone, her profile is ganito, ganyan, ganyan. I could send the link of that person. See? Ganun. Ganun yung mga possibilities doon. And I am also going to show you I'm going to give you also some templates for that one. And then networking. Yan, mag-join ka ng mga online communities and webinars. There is um, ano dyan, parang clients din. And then referrals, of course. Ako kasi nag-start din ako. We have like a program dati per pro bono. In-stop ko lang muna siya kasi medyo ang daming ganap nung in-start ko siya. Ang daming naging nangyari sa US. So medyo parang nag-procrastinate yung mga clients namin na supposed to be isasali din. Yun, so in-stop ko rin muna siya and dahil nga parating tong mga trainings namin, pwede ka mag-offer like either minimal fee muna or free work in exchange of a testimonial or parang feedback from them. Para you could also build your credibility na rin. So yan. Until pag yung mga minsan yung mga pro bono work na yun or yung mga beta clients na yun, pag okay yung gawa mo, i-refer ka na nila sa iba. Actually, okay yung gawa niya. Ito yung rate. Tanong mo na lang sa kanya yung rate niya. So, yung mga ganong bagay. So it's a big thing. You could start there. Right? Ayan. So that's it. That's it, I think, for where to find your clients. So you just need to check the links that I'll put on system.io so that you could also check it too, guys. So thank you.